Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this photograph and asked how you would draw this line and have it all filled in. And I'm going to use a different text, but this is pretty easy. When you're typing it out, just intentionally leave out the A. Don't put the A in there. You could actually put a space in there, but we're going to have to move it a little bit. So we're going to take the shape tool and let's set our nudge. Well, let's see how big this is. It's 6 inches. Let's set our nudge factor on 0.5. We'll take the shape tools, grab that right there, and it's going to move the T out. Put it right there, and it's going to move the R out. And then that's just personal preference how you're going to do that anymore, if you're going to do it anymore. Then go to basic shapes, which is under the polygon tool. Some versions is called common, most it's called basic shape. Grab your heart. And at this stage, it doesn't really matter what size you make it. Let's hit P and put it in the center of the page. Let's move the one I just got through doing out of the way for a second. And let's make it a little bit bigger. And then let's take our heart word and put it in the center of the page. Kind of move it up. Let's shrink it just a little bit so it kind of fits. And of course you would want to, get it centered and everything. I think the easiest way to do it would be to take a 2-point line and just go about the distance off, holding down the control button, doesn't matter how long you make it. Grab the shape tool and grab the line and go right up here and add nodes and just add a bunch of nodes. And then we got one like right in the middle. And ironically, we don't have one exactly in the middle. So we'll move it over. You can see I've got them all grabbed. So I'm going to, and then click off of it. And now don't worry too much right now about, because it looks like it's got rounded corners. And then we're going to leave that one. We're going to go up here. And this is, you're not, and you can actually, you don't have to do that. You can move it around. We're going to go ahead and take the virtual segment delete key and delete these lines. And that looks pretty good. Now what we need to do is go to the pen tool, double click on it and make it a specific size. Let me do that again. Double click on it because it's a hairline right now. Let's make it 12 point. Let's see if we got something a little bit. 16 points would be good. Now in the real one, they're kind of rounded points. They're not sharp points, but that's easily done. We can take our shape tool again. Tell you what, let's move that line over a little bit so it'll be out of the scenario that happened when we made the line bigger. And let's open up the Docker first, go to Windows, Docker's Corners, and let's grab that node, hold down the Shift key, grab that node, and that node, and let's just put a little bit of curve to it. You could go a little bit more. Let's go 0.02 and see what happens. Didn't change it much, but it did give us those rounded points, except for on that one right there. Grab the shape tool again. Maybe I didn't select it. There we go. That's probably too much. Let's go back to the 1. That's what happened, 0.01. I didn't have it selected. That looks pretty good. Now, the most important thing you can do is take this and convert it to an object. Because if you don't convert it to an object, Corel still thinks of this as a hairline. So if we fill this in and fill that in, the line goes away because it's actually a hairline. There is a line there, but you can't see it. It's real faint because it's a hairline. So we need to convert that line to an object. Then we can take the Smart Fill tool, and I've already sampled, and I just go to Smart Fill tool, grab the eyedropper. I went over here and got my sample. Go ahead and fill in that R, fill in that. And then depending on whether this person is going to print or not, you could fill this with white We'll fill it with white. You're gonna have to go back and probably fill this in with, or you could, if you, well, they're definitely gonna print it, because this wouldn't work. And then just take your line away. And there you have it. Now, on the real picture, they've got a fatter heart. That's not, all you have to do is stretch it out. And it's got a little blend to it. But and I don't even know if the person was wanting to use those colors. I think they were more concerned about the line. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.